What's going on, folks? Welcome back to We the Champs. I'm your host, Jalen, and we got our co-host, Carolina Blue, here with us. All right, good to have you. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I am
All
good.
right. All right, sweet. So for this segment, we'll get into some MLB baseball talk and, of course, some NCAA March Madness. But before we do that, call to action real quick. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share, comment. Just tell us what you think. All right, let's get into it. Play ball. All right, so we just had MLB opening week, and honestly, I could say it was a good bit of success, especially if you're a Yankees fan or a Braves fan. What's up?
Yes. Of course, the Yankees fan right here, and the Braves. Like I told you before, last episode, that the Braves they got a lot to prove this year. That's my pick to actually run the train again.
Run the train? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we had some pretty good matchups from the series. Let's just start it off with this. You know, we got to be a little biased. So the Yankees swept the Astros. I got a good bit of action. Watched some highlights. Was able to actually pull it out and watch two games, which isn't too often. The addition of Juan Soto, I mean, I know this is just a 4-game sample size, but, man, I can tell you it's there, man. You talk about the swag, the clutch hit ability. He even made a big play to close out one game, a throw from right field to get the guy out at home. They got the tag in, and that was the potential tie-in run, and they stopped him with the Juan Soto throw from the right field. And his energy he's just bringing to that team, I can definitely tell is there. At least for this early part, it's definitely there. He went 9-17 for the weekend for the series against the Astros.
Yes, he was actually was an MLB Player of the Week, I think it was.
Yeah,
Juan Soto. Yeah, that's pretty big. I mean, he's stepping up. That's the type of player we're looking for. The type of performance and productivity
right,
that they're looking for, that they need to get out of him. So yeah, they started the year off right, but like I said before, it's a long season. What was that 162 games? I mean, it's a long season.
So yeah, and absolutely. But so, do you feel like this? Do you feel like this sweep from the Yankees to the Astros was more of a statement for the Yankees, or is it saying more about the Astros in their current position right now? Like I said, it's still early, but off of just the game, it's a little sample size. What would you make of it? If you had to make something of it, what would you make of it?
I would say it was a statement from the Yankees. They flex their muscle. Mm-hmm. You got to remember, Garrett Cole,
right?
He's out right now.
He's out. Yeah, he's on the IL.
Yeah, that's their man right there. He's actually out right now. So yeah, they flexed on him. And a lot of people don't like to say. Dusty Baker retired.
Right.
He knew how to get those guys motivated to play. So that probably. I was surprised that the Yankees actually swept the Astros. Even as
I was too.
Because that's real. That's real. They're real competitive right there. So I'm a little very surprised at that.
At home in Houston. However, I hear the Houston doesn't play too great at home. They're not the best home team.
No, they're not. They are not.
Okay.
Kind of like the Warriors.
Mm-hmm. But so we have some good contributions. Oswaldo Cabrera has some clutch hits. Rizzo, Anthony Volpe, Gleyber Torres, and then Nick Birdie came in, and he had a pretty decent performance. So I'm liking what I see from the Yanks as of right now. And at last I looked, they were up 5-1 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And let's get into that a little bit. The Arizona Diamondbacks, they had a good start to the season. They're going against the Rockies, one of the lesser talented teams in the league, but they smashed them. I took them in a parlay for the you actually sent me that one. Who'd you say? You sent me the Orioles and the Diamondbacks -1.5, and they covered tremendously. That game, the D-backs wrecked them 16-1. I'm like, what? And I've started looking up. I'm like, isn't there a mercy rule in baseball? Or
Nah, no
no?
such thing in the big boys.
Oh
No
man.
such thing.
So yeah, so that was pretty impressive. So I'm definitely looking at some plays. I'm looking at the Yankees as of right now, early season. Yankees to beat better teams than they're supposed to, probably, but not taking the money line so much with the Yankees. And when you're looking at a much lesser team against the Diamondbacks, I feel like their bats to get them rattled. And then
Yeah, but back. I didn't mean to cut you off, but back to
go
Houston real
ahead.
quick.
Yeah.
You asked me if that was a statement, but look at what's going on right now. I mean, the Yankees swept Houston, and then here Houston is who they played today. Houston beat the Blue Jays 10-0. So like I said, like you asked before, you can't really judge what's going on right now on how things are going to go throughout the course of the season. Because any team you can play good the first part of the season, first 81 games or whatever,
Right.
and then just go flat the next part. That's
Flat.
what happens to me. Like I said, whoever gets hot, hot at the right time, that's who walks away with the crown.
Right. It's like the Diamondbacks, but it's showing. I mean, it's early, but they're showing that last year wasn't a fluke. All right. So let's go more so over to the National League. So the Dodgers had a pretty decent performance. They got the trio: Mookie Betts, Freeman, and Shohei. And so you had a good, interesting stat for me about Shohei. What was that about?
I'm still not real clear on that. It was something about him playing in Dodger Stadium and not really performing well there when he plays. So you got to look at him. If that's so, then how's it going to play out throughout the whole season?
That's interesting.
It's his home park now, but he doesn't perform well in Dodger Stadium. But at the same time, the Angels were in the American League, Dodgers in the National League.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to look at the number of at bats he will have there versus playing there every day like he'll be an everyday player now versus playing interleague, just being in the American League and Dodgers being in the National League. So I might have to look into that a little bit more. But it was something interesting came out about his home runs there. So, and I think that's like they say out of all the ballparks he's played in, he's only in his 6-7 years in the league, he's only homered there like maybe once. So I don't know if it has some. Some players don't play good in certain ballparks.
That's interesting. Let's take a note of that as far as player props. I'm not. Hey, we might be ahead. Hey, we might be ahead on Vegas on that. So guys, check this out. Player prop. Shohei Ohtani. If he's away, not playing at Dodger Stadium, he's more likely to have a home run than he is at Dodger Stadium. So definitely take the under if he's at Dodger Stadium. But I mean, there's a lot of superstition in sports. I mean, there's a lot of superstition to everything, but especially in competition in sports, guys like to eat a certain thing, or they want this specific glove, or the shoelace can't be tied this way. And out of all the sports, I feel like baseball is definitely at the top of those superstition beliefs in the players and the culture. For sure.
Yeah, because when I played was I would always chew a piece of gum from pregame warm-ups all the way to the first time I came up to bat.
Yeah.
Before I got to the plate, I would spit the gum out, and if I made contact with the gum with my bat, if I hit the gum, I mean I was gonna get a hit. And if I missed it, I mean, who knows what happened.
You wild for that.
Yeah, nerves, man. But it was all good though. Nerves.
Okay. All right. So what else we got here? Then we also had
you see what I got on too?
Huh?
You see what I got
What's
on?
that? Yeah, you gotta let me. Yeah, I want that. What is that like a soccer jersey?
No. I always rep Carolina, man. Always. Win or lose, good or bad, always rep Carolina. I had an old teacher, he told me. Back in elementary school, Mr. Henley. He's like, who you like, son? I was like, I like the Yankees. This is back in like the 4th or 5th grade. Yeah, 5th grade. Like, I like the Yankees. He said, well, the Dodgers tore them up this weekend. You still like them? I said, no, not really. He was like, listen, I'm going to tell you something. So you gotta like one team. You gotta stick with that team. Okay, stick with them. Whether it be football, badminton, kickball, basketball, always pull for the same team. So that's unstuck with me. No matter what Carolina does, win or lose, Carolina.
Okay.
Because you got a lot of people, they like to bounce around from team to team.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Teams winning.
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah, they call part timers.
Part-timers, bandwagoners.
Yeah, there you go. Right. You got bandwagons. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go to this real quick. The Braves go 2-1 against the Phillies, and they had a pretty high run count in the first two games. They scored 9 runs and then 12 in the other. So I mean, looking at two of the powerhouses of the National League, especially the Braves. You said you're taking the Braves to your prediction to run the table for the National League pennant, right?
Oh yeah, they're no reason they shouldn't. No reason they shouldn't. They got one of the best pitching staffs probably the best pitching staff in the National League. I mean, they were just freaking loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Loaded, man. And they know it. They know it.
Okay. All right. What else we got here? All right. So yeah, we have some more good games going on. Pittsburgh. I think the Pittsburgh Pirates got a sweep against the Marlins, and they're standing undefeated. And the Detroit Lions also got a sweep from the weekend. Wasn't
Detroit who?
Detroit Lions. My bad.
Detroit who?
Detroit Tigers. My bad. Hey man, my bad. It was they swept the White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing the Mets right now. They beat the Mets today, and they have the Mets again in New York tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we've definitely got some ball going over there. And also going back to the Dodgers, your boy Yamamoto bounced back with a strong game. Yeah. So he came back pretty well after that flail out debacle in the first such and such.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we got the Cubs, another pretty popular team sitting at 2-2. So it's a little, like I said, it's small sample size. It's so early in the league this season. So we definitely got some more ball to play. And the White Sox sitting at 0-4, and the Astros are sitting at 1-4. So hey, we're gonna see. But this is definitely not an overreaction for the Astros. They still have this core together. And we definitely got some more ball to see.
Yeah. Yep. Long season, man. Long season.
All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep